defending. I think it's like.
Hey, we're back to normal service. People deluded, I'm back again. Thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. I can't lie, it feels weird to say that. We ain't said that at 11:30 in a minute. So one love to everybody that's locked in. I hope everyone's doing well and safe. First things first, I hope everyone's got their health. Hopefully everybody started the week well and hopes to start as they mean to go on. Hope you all move that much closer to your goals, hopes, dreams, and aspirations, wherever you guys are in this world or wherever stage you're at in life. If you're going through any hardship, if you're going through any tragedy, then let's just keep moving in it. One thing I've learned in my 26 years, the most beautiful thing and the harshest thing about life is that it keeps going on, so you can act accordingly. At some point, we've got to get up and get back on that wheel. So yeah, if you're going through any tragedy, please, keep going. You're just one step away from greatness. I hope you're all doing well and safe. As I said, man, I hope you've all got your spirits. Want to extend that to your loved ones. Now that I'm done with showing love, I think it's become apparent that there's some mad haters on my live streams, and I don't know what I'm going for it. I'm seeing 14 dislikes before I've even said anything, and it's decreasing and increasing and all of these sort of things. If there's any girls from my past, I'm sorry, B. Stop messing around with this is my livelihood. Allow me. If this is you lot's mothers and that, then as the haters, fuck you lot. I don't care in it. I would like me too if I wasn't me in it. But we're still out here. We're not going away. We're not getting anywhere. So I'd like to say a big thank you for being that dedicated, and from the bottom of my heart, suck your mom. That's it. Like, you man are on some hating thing. Nah, I'm not upset, bro. I could never be angry because the haters don't win. Haters don't win. We're going to get more likes than them. Hit the like button. One love to everyone that hits the like button. To be honest with you, I hope anyone who's hit that dislike button gets slapped in their face. And for that, I'm not actually talking about, if you genuinely dislike it, then fair play. I'm talking about, there's definitely, man, like, no. Let's give me all your devices. Cindy, give me all your devices. I want to go and dislike the Ludicuna. You keep watching that guy, and I see he took off his shirt and put on a PSG shirt. You're looking at his muscles because I'm a bit of a waste man. It's not my fault. He's young, black, and sexy. Moving forward, anyways. Yeah. So moving away from all of that. Hope you're all well and safe, people. There's really nothing else in this international period other than transfer news. Leno's been linked. Lacazette's linked with a new team every week. Cantwell's linked to Arsenal and among other clubs. And I'm sure there's other things going on, people. So, yeah, I hope everyone's doing well and safe. Trust me, big up CS. We're out here, man. We're out here. They're hating. You know what it is? They knew it's a crime scene. The trim's expiring, but they knew when my hair's cut, I'm coming here, you're seeing the shoulders. Don't worry, you get your gym snaps later. I knew it. I knew the haters had something to say. It's not my fault, man. My mother and dad produced a lovely kid. God designed me this way. It's not my fault, man. It's not my fault. I didn't pick this. I didn't pick to look this sexy. I didn't pick to have a somewhat clue about football. I didn't pick this life. It chose me, man. Like, it is what it is, man. But we keep moving, man. One love to the supporters. Haters, suck a dick and die slow, man. Simple as that, man. Anyways, moving forward. Bro, they're gunning for me this early, so it's a crud thing. It's one of them ones, man. But moving away from that, P-Math, I hope you and everyone else is safe. High bills, stub their toe. Whole lot, bro. Whole lot. Unexpected high bills. Hope your missus is cheating on you bareback. The gloves are off now. Like, the gloves are off with bare people now, If you don't hit that dislike button, pure bad mind thing coming your way, Forget unexpected high bills, unexpected eviction notice and that, man. We're taking it up a level. But on a serious note, we're out of that, man. Away from all of that, man. It must be. Bro, I'm not even a Xhaka hater, so I don't know where they're on that, man. That man said nine people's girls getting revved out by the post, man. Bro, it probably is over 40 different accounts, man. It's crazy, boy. It's crazy, bro. Oli got a social in his playing days, bro. You get me? Man's on the Saka thing. Salty this, man, but we keep moving, man. I hope you lot are all doing well and safe. On a serious note, any footballing opinions, questions, talking points, get them in. It doesn't mean it doesn't cost a thing to get in. Same way with the like button. You lot make this community where it is. And on a serious note, I missed you lot over the last few days for one, but I would say you know, you lot, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I always say it to you lot. I genuinely am thankful for all you lot support. You know, everything. You know, some of you watch this every week and every day. Some of you sporadically. Just, you know, support is support. You know what I'm referring to in it. So yeah, man, make sure you're continuing with that. Sorry, people, I have to bang out one headphones. Sorry, my earpods are there. I should have connected them. Should I connect them? Do you know what it is? It's just weird with these headphones. Like, it's too loud. I'm probably shouting. So yeah, man. We move, man. Man said, nah, DG, where's the headphones at? I thought, let me switch it up, man. They're here, man. Their days are numbered, man. It's a myth. It's a myth. And I'm dropping every fucking thing on the floor. Apologies, people. Sorry. Let me put that back. Bro, it's a 2-pack thing. Let's get out all of them, man. I missed it. First time I've caught a live in time, man said, bareback. What did man say? Bro, certain man just been hitting the listen, like, I don't know, man. That's one thing. It don't bug me, but I'm like, right, man, ain't even spoken. How you on to me, man? Are you on to me? But we've already given them enough. We've given them enough clout and whatnot, man. Enough of that. DG Martinelli rumors. What sort of Martinelli rumors are there? Because the last time I went live with you, like 11:30, we spoke about it. Yesterday we spoke about it as well. There was rumors he was being offered. Him, Saliba being offered in a deal for Raheem Sterling. That's tired. You know, I don't know anything else. I've seen Kevin Campbell speak about him and say something needs to happen. I don't know, man. My day is so much better when there's a DG stream to break it up. Hey, comments like that. Again, I judge this not on, obviously, it's no secret. We want to get to 50,000 subscribers and all these things, but I judge it on the value I give you lot. So when you say things like that, I appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate that. If you don't hit the like button, Clement is saying Arsenal not winning on Monday against Palace, and tomorrow, well, next week's due to be a great week. What we got Monday on what we're going to probably be doing an Arsenal live stream on the Monday. Obviously, we're going to have to switch it up to the Champions League on Wednesday and Tuesday and Wednesday. Better yet, so that's at least 4 across those 48 hours. That's at least 4 watch-alongs, and whatever happens with Arsenal, the content's back, and I like it, man. You know, it was international period, it was boring, man. There was nothing to talk about and all those things. I missed you lot, man. Man said, did you see Eze back in training for Palace already? Happy to see him back in training. Hopefully there's no complications, and hopefully he can just continue his career as a footballer, because he was doing his thing. He was making sound waves. He was doing what he needed to do. Unfortunately, you know, injury struck. So yeah, hopefully he gets over that, man. But it is what it is. Yeah, Luke, man, apologies for missing that stream. Literally, I didn't even think I specifically timestamped it. But whatever the last thing is, I think we covered it there, man. So yeah, man. It's a slow news day where we're concerned. Is there anything I haven't covered that covers Arsenal? Yeah, we play on Monday and Friday, so it's gonna be a jam-packed week. What we got? Man said we got Arsenal. We got Palace on the Monday. We got Villa on the Tuesday. So it's a big week next week. 2 games. You're gonna need to be up for it. You're gonna need the whole squad. You know, I think the game against Brighton, it raised up a lot of questions. Not questions we don't know already as Arsenal fans. In that, for now, definitely because of how we started. One sec. Timestamps. I would say, you know, for now, definitely because of how we started the campaign, we just needed to get some stability, get a team that's able to play, you know, get a back 5, including Leno or Ramsdale there, sort out the midfield partnership, how it ties in with a 3, and get some sort of stuff going on with the final 3. So that was the first step. And that still is the first step, because we're a long way to go. I feel with Arsenal fans, I can't speak for anyone, but I'm in no rush to draw conclusions. In that, when we lost our first couple of games in the season, of course it was doom and gloom. Of course we needed to ask questions. Of course there were question marks over everyone. But as much as I didn't want to hear it, you did have to concede that we haven't got our fully fit squad. All of these sort of things were at play. Same way, don't get it twisted, from an available 12 points that we've had on the table recently, we've taken 10 points. You offer that to me after the City game, I'm biting your arm off. You know, I'm biting your girl's arm off, better yet, for that, people, really and truly. So I'm taking that. So we got to keep perspective. I do think there's a bit of, you know, we need to improve game management and being a bit cleaner. Obviously, the Brighton game, you know, on one hand, we did well to get a point, because when you can't win, don't lose. On the other hand, we was obviously dominated in things, and that was a game I would have said, could we have gone to a back 3? Could we have looked to match them? Because you got 2 options. You either match them, or you say I'm sticking to our principles, and we haven't got our guys aren't really informed like that. We ain't really got the front 3 or the firepower to just disregard other teams, like do the City thing and say, you know, we're going to score more goals than you. We're better at what we do than you're better at what you do. So you're going to have to adapt to what we want to do. We are not at that stage. So Listen, at the end of the day, we didn't lose, so I can't say the game plan was wrong, but I do think this is where I'm looking at Arteta. Game management, man management, IQ, because you can set up games against Brighton. I think if we matched them with a 3, things could have happened. That being said, we've obviously matched teams and things haven't happened. But as you said, we play on the Monday and Friday. Everyone's going to need to stand up to be counted. The test against Palace probably going to be different against Villa. And for me, forgive me if I'm wrong, they're both at home. These are 2 games I need to win. I'm not asking for perfect performances. Of course, I would love perfection, but we need to win. It's not the Villa of last season, but Villa dealt with you in what? They dealt with us in the league. They dealt with us in the FA Cup. It was embarrassing at the Emirates. Let's be real. That was one of the most embarrassing performances, and we've had a lot of them of recent years. I'm not going to say it was the most embarrassing because we've had some cricket score lines along that since we've been at the Emirates, but it was embarrassing. The way Grealish was moving to us, Barkley was moving to us. I would say the Palace game for me was frustration. And I feel Palace has been a bit of a bogey team for Arsenal. Even when we've won, it's been a bit of a difficult one. The game that ended last season, we turned it around in the second half. We put a bit of gloss on it, but it was tighter. We're looking at Kieran Tierney. That fixture a year ago, we was looking at Kieran Tierney to break them down. Come on now. I don't care how good Tierney is going forward. If we're looking at our left back to break teams down, we've been doing that since Kolasinac was actually our first choice left back. We need to do a bit more. So it's going to be one where we need to adapt. I don't want to say a certain keeper's name, but he's always up for it. And if they get 3 points, he's going to be talking about it for 10 years until he's grey. And they're going to relish it. So it's a big week. It's a big week, Monday and Friday. It isn't the worst. You got a couple of days of recovery and things like that. Unlike us, well, I don't know if Villa are playing in midweek as well, but they might have to be doing traveling. So yeah, it's a game where we're gonna need to be serious. It's as simple as that. It's a big week, If we're going to play the same team, go out there and be consistent. Can you do it twice a week? Because as we know, that intensity that we played with in the North London derby, we're probably not able physically, mentally and tactically to play that too many times because it is demanding. It really is demanding. So we're going to need to stand up to be counted, people. What's Chase Gold said? Tactically, we need to limit the numbers of counterattacks versus Palace. I agree. Palace playing well this season. We need to be wary of that and play much better than we did against Brighton. Facts. I'm hoping Vieira just says, you know what, man, I give you the 3 points. Who knows? Arteta might not last. I want this job in the future. Or when Daniel Ek buys the club, I might not be at Palace. I might come back. So hopefully he allows us. But Vieira, he'll show love to Arsenal. Before the game, he'll show love to the fans. During the game, the fans will, but it's war. He's a competitor. He's a winner. He's going to win. We know Zaha, Arsenal fan, always wants to spoil our thing. I don't know if Eze is fit enough to play. Elise come off the bench, had a positive game. Gallagher, Chelsea boy, playing for Palace. These are the games where, you look even better if you shine. Arsenal got a target on our backs. Everybody wants to be that team now. Not that we've gone undefeated, but to bring Arsenal back down to reality. If you wasn't at reality, I think you've got to keep perspective. When we was doing bad, there was certain things that we could improve, of course. Well, now that we're doing well, people not that people are, but it's like we're in a rush to say we've reached the level we're not, because even in the last couple of games we've picked up points. It has been dodgy, if I'm honest with you, So all I care is about application. Aston Villa and Wolves games were the worst for me. I swear there's a next game there that we're missing. Maybe Leicester was kind of clustered in there, because for me Leicester wasn't the worst, but it showed our naivety. Because obviously, if you remember that game, we were all over Leicester in the first half. Brendan Rodgers switched up a couple things, and Mustafi being Mustafi, there was an issue there. And for me, I'm now looking at it is that, as I said, we've gone on a little bit of a run. I swear I don't remember it, but, we beat Spurs, and then obviously we've done all right after that. But I remember beating United last year, and then after that win against Old Trafford, things kind of went downhill, if I'm honest with you. And also, I hope we don't have the North London, the North London luck, but I'd call it, but I remember in August, Nuno won Manager of the Month. Arteta's won Man of the Month in September. How did it? I know Spurs were proclaiming they've won the league in August, and some of their fans were waffling and texting me. The man them I'm sending shots. I don't want to get that. There's a target on our back. Let's not be naive. There are going to be defeats. There are going to be individuals struggling for form. There's going to be times we're struggling as a team for form. But it's about how we play at our worst and how bad we can be at our best. Very few days in this Premier League, over a 38-game calendar, is everything going to go to plan. Even the North London derby, by large periods, I would say that's a perfect game. Would we really say that was perfect if we're scrutinising it? So let's start as we mean to go on, but we've got a long way to go, man. A very long way to go. Two vital games this week. One manager of the month. Shit. Sorry, folks. But yeah, man, one love to everybody tuned in. Keep your opinions, cause I missed you guys. Big up Mo. Big up, just tuned in. Get those likes up, people. Please make sure we get 100 likes. Unexpected high bills and those things. Zaha and Eze are class. Hope they have a slow Monday, broski. I think we've got to give them a dodgy lasagna, if I'm honest with you, because they're gonna be up for it, really. Quick turnaround for the fixtures. Hopefully the squad gets rotated and we avoid injuries in these realistically easy fixtures. I hear you, but I would say, broski, I don't know what's up with the dislikes. Just hit the like, man, because 1 minute I'm seeing 14, then I'm seeing 9. You know what? Anyone who's hit the dislike button, if it's genuinely not your cup of tea, I'm not talking about you, because I'm big on that. You're allowed to dislike my stuff. If you're on a hating thing, suck your mum once again. Simple as that. Moving away from all of that. Yeah, man. And for me, again, as much as I agree with you with the rotation thing, who are we rotating though? Because midfield, obviously, it's lovely to see Smith Rowe, Partey, Saka, Aubameyang, all of them have gone off to their countries and scored and done well. But it's like, we've got to remember that's extra sort of mileage in their legs. Obviously, they've got to travel back, and you know how it is with footballers on the planes. It gets a bit mad. There's all of these sort of things at play, and whatnot. Now, we ain't got Europe and things, so hopefully people are managed right. Like, I know Southgate, big up to Saka for scoring for England. Southgate said there's going to be rotation. I'd imagine Saka is one of them, but we've got that. And it's the thing is that who do we rotate though? Because Xhaka's got the injury. I don't know what sort of condition these guys are going to return from international duty. I'd argue it. Is there a need to rotate? Really? Again, we'll get into the preview next week, obviously, but I'm starting to think, what do you go with a back three? Do you go with a four? What is it? Partey and Lokonga? Do you return to Partey and Odegaard? Put Smith Rowe back in the 10? I think the Brighton game showed for me, Odegaard and Smith Rowe, or better yet, these 4 games have showed for me, Odegaard and Smith Rowe are vital. They're needed. They give you the pressing. I see why Arteta will always shoehorn one of them in off the flanks or get them in the team. But same way, there's times you don't need them. And I think in the Brighton game, it showed Smith Rowe was the better player. I think it showed that sometimes it just needs to be one of them and have a direct threat. Don't get it twisted. Smith Rowe worked, off the flanks. He tucked in. The game plan kind of worked for what I saw them trying to do. But I just feel, could we have done better with more direct threats out there and pinned their fullbacks back? Because we got to remember, they came with a back three. Naturally, your fullbacks have to go forward. If you've got a 1v1 demon or people that are more out and out threats, you're going to think twice, maybe even 3 times about going forward. Everyone that understands football knows he's going. Yeah, Raz. Yeah, if I didn't make it clear, Smith Rowe also scored. Smith Rowe, Pepe, Aubameyang, Thomas Partey, Bukayo Saka, all bagged for their nations, and whatnot, people. So yeah, man, it's a big week next week for Arteta, man. We need, and again, we're big him up. We should really focus on it on another thing, but big him up, manager of the month, did his thing. It is what it is. But last time I checked, all that matters is May. I don't care if we were the best team in 2021 up until a point. I don't really care about them things. All that matters is where we start and we finish. We've shown that, it was all ugly in August. It looks a bit happier in September. October is not pretty. Neither is November. Neither is December. Like I said, we're going to drop points. We're not going to be amazing, but we need to put a run together. We need to do certain sort of things, and it starts now, in it. The hard work's now. I don't want us to rest on our laurels. Sometimes it appears that's the case at Arsenal, is that we're very complacent now that we've got back into the team and all those sort of things and got back into the groove. We need to keep behaving like we've accomplished nothing. To me, we need to still behave like we lost our first 3 games. Do not allow any complacency. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. We have to work twice as hard as the typical teams that should be finishing above us, because again, we finished 8th. A lot of money's been spent by us, but that was more looking after everything. Other people got more creme de la creme. They're only going to get stronger. A couple of years, Newcastle are going to come and complicate things. So we need to do all right. Mathematically, Europe is still possible. For me, you should be targeting Champions League, but I think that's a bit unrealistic. I still want you to target and see it as far as you can go. Europa League is probably hereabouts where we should be aspiring to, or not aspiring, but should be realistically cool. We get Europa League, see what can happen next season, see what can happen as obviously the purse strings start getting, loosened and things like that. And again, one thing for me with Arteta as well, I'm going off topic, You know, what you do with, as much as I like the players for tomorrow, Saka, Smith Rowe, these young guys, it's what you do with the Lacazettes, the Lenos, people who probably won't be here a while, it's what you do with them. It's what you do with Aubameyang. It's what you do with the players that are for the present that sets us up for the future. That was why last season I was more annoyed with the, pardon my language, the pissing about with William, because he's not really helping us for now. If he was doing a thing now and he's setting us up and helping us get Europe and things, I could say, all right, cool. You, man, have to take a back seat. And that's the thing. When I look at these players, apart from really Xhaka, how he uses them, I don't really know how he's using these players right now. We've got to justify them. So, yeah, man, let's see what can happen. And obviously, you lot already know, come January, we need to do some business in the market. I would prefer to buy people properly, if that makes sense, outright. But we might have to explore some loans and things because everyone's going to know we're desperate. I hope that we tried to bring in centre mids in the summer and something never happened. And we said, all right, we'll revisit the situation because I don't want to be that guy. But if it can happen, it will. As an Arsenal fan, you're shook of injuries in general. You're definitely shook of injuries around October and November. I don't need to tell you the current injuries. I don't need to tell you the players that every time they go down clutching something, where and these sort of things. Injuries are part and parcel. And to be honest with you, what scares me more is because we haven't got we're only playing in one competition, really, the Premier League. I know the cup comes into it, but we still haven't got the squad to cope with injuries because. Yeah, you could say, all right, cool, Xhaka's injured, Lokonga, sorry, and Partey are fit. But obviously, you're going to have to use them more. So they're obviously subjective to more wear and tear. Now, I do think people make a lot of rest and all of these things are big song and dance. Everyone's different, but it's just something to consider personally for me. But what do I know? Make sure we're hitting the like button, people. What are you lot saying? We'll get into all that stuff in a while, man. Stop the hate on Deluded. The SYM from Deluded was with his chest, bro. You gotta say it with your chest, bro. You got to. I don't say things that. Listen, I never say anything that's not with my chest, and I definitely don't want to disrespect people's mums' rents. But sometimes you gotta get disrespectful, man. Big up you lot, and I mean it's heartwarming seeing you lot support the thing. Love the stream, though, and hope all goes well for you, mate. Hey, see no Samu, appreciate that, man. Man said Australia versus Japan soon, so I got to go. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Matt Ryan is in. Hope we can win. To be fair with you, go and tell Matt Ryan you need to come back to Arsenal and be second choice. I don't care about the Sociedad business. If Leno ended up leaving for Juventus, will Szczesny return to Arsenal or go somewhere else? I mean, we're gonna get on to Leno in a second, but I guess it's a possibility. You're seeing Ramsey linked. Wilshere's back in training, or Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain loan was floated. So get the boys back together. For me, I'd leave it alone because you're not going to be first choice. It's looking like it's a Ramsdale thing. Let's just leave it alone. It's happened. You was an Arsenal player. You actually, it all worked out for you. You went over to Juventus and won a lot of trophies, but let's just leave it. We're only at 89 likes, people. Neutral question, DG. What's your thoughts on what Courtois said about the Nations League? Well, I spoke about this on Twitch. Check out the DG podcast because, I'll upload it when I come out of this, but I spoke about it. But I would say in short, not to go over the same things. I mean, the man saying what we all saying. The man there just care about money. They use these footballers as guinea pigs. They see them as nothing more than cash cows. And I know people will sit there and say, oh, what's Courtois got to worry about? He's getting mad peas. I don't need to explain to none of you why that's a very dim and actually a pitiful view on things, really. Because by that logic, stock brokers that earn a lot of money wouldn't have high suicidal rates. God forbid. You get money, don't buy happiness, man. It's what you do with it, and it's who you are. That play a lot more contributing factors, but it is what it is, man. Palace is playing decent football under Vieira. We have to be on it on Monday. Villa on Tuesday is a dangerous team with Ings, Watkins, Cash. We also have to be on it and work on the game. And I mean, these guys are going to be up for the games. If I'm Watkins, obviously Tammy Abraham's just got to look in the team in terms of England. You turn up against Arsenal. These are the games I guess Southgate is looking for. Martinelli needs to be released from the gulag over the next couple of games. I really hope so. Arsenal players haven't even got a high workload. Compare it to teams in the Championship or playing European football. They haven't. Arteta needs to target that manager of the month again in October. Have to have the right mentality moving forward now. You're right, Deluded. Appreciate that. I mean, it's not even a case of being right. It's just we gotta forgive ourselves for the bad moments. We gotta not get complacent. We just gotta behave like we ain't accomplished anything in life because it's all wavy right now. If I'm honest with you, I'm not saying Ramsdale is, but I don't want Ramsdale and the way he speaks, it isn't a thing. But I don't want you to think it's all wavy. Yeah, I've turned up now. Sheffield United on the bench for a couple games. I'm Mr. Arsenal now. I don't want other players thinking that it's all great. It's not great for us. We've broken even. The sentiment's a bit better. Obviously, it's a lot better than if we won our first three or took 10 points from our first couple of games, and then obviously lost these games. The sentiment's going to be better, but we ain't done that, and we've broken even. We had 3 L's. We've done our thing now. Now we need to go on a run of games. I'm not going to bore you lot, but I'm pretty sure the run isn't kind. You know what? You've got Palace, you've got Villa, you've actually got Leicester away, where I know we won last season, but I'm pretty sure no one is confident in their heart with Leicester away, regardless of Leicester's form. So yeah, it's a busy period, and sorry, we're gonna need our whole squad because what? Palace is our next game. Then you've got Villa, then you've got Leeds in the cup, where we're gonna have to rotate. 4 days later, we travel away to Leicester. So obviously, there's time. We need to rest players. There's obviously logistical things. There's recovery stuff. Then after that, we've got Watford. You're gonna need to try and take points off Leicester or Watford and both. Because you've got a trip to Anfield. Now, it's all about the performance at Anfield. It's all about how we play at Anfield. But that's probably quote unquote a write-off. Realistically, it's clearly a write-off. We're probably not going to get nothing out of that game. That doesn't mean have a loser's mentality and say at least we lost 1-0 and not 10. It means try be a bit fearless, have a bit of fearlessness. Actually try, man. Work Liverpool to the bone, because I've seen fucking Burnley and a couple of other teams. Brentford never give up against Liverpool. And man are human. This is the Premier League. Anyone can do something to anyone. I don't envisage us winning at Anfield, but these are the things. If you're an Arsenal player, you need to look at in August and say, boom, we don't travel well to Old Trafford. I want to win at Old Trafford. When was the last time we won at Anfield in the league? I want to do something there. Our fans are not confident when we play Brighton, Palace, Southampton at St. Mary's. We're putting in performances there. And I also want you to look at the league and say, all right, cool. This is where we get our run. We need to win this game because we've got this team next. Until this team looks at it on a cerebral thing, where I think Arteta does, I don't genuinely think the players do. There's a lot to work on, innit? There's naiveties, and experience isn't just about playing football. Like, it's about being a bit cerebral with things, and I don't quite think we've got that yet, if I'm honest with you. So it is what it is. Squad depth is going to be more vital now than ever. If I'm completely honest with you, or the lack of squad again, obviously we've got the AFCON to come as well, but from now till then, we're gonna need everyone, even the players you don't rate. Like Tavares is gonna get his opportunity as well, and arguably with Tierney's form, I'm Tierney FC, whisper it. I don't know if Tierney's in good or bad form, evident bias. But on a serious note, Tavares surely is chomping at the bit of taking that spot, man. I love Oba, but I think we need a different type of striker as a plan B. Don't think Martinelli is ready quite yet. I think we should sell Laka and not let him leave for free. I mean, to be honest with you, I hear you with the Laka thing, but I'm a bit different because we're here now, innit? Like, we're not going to bring in... If you bring in a striker with Lacazette's skill set for the squad, fair play. But I do think within the squad, you need that man who can do the hold-up play. And I agree, let's try sell him, but we've clearly tried to flog him for a couple of years. It is what it is. Let's just try utilize him until the end of the season. I think Martinelli should get more minutes, but Ryan, I agree with you. I think people take it over the top. I love Aubameyang, but I do, it's not even the hold-up play. I just think, if Arsenal are not going to double down on how Aubameyang plays and create all them chances, there's kind of no point. But it's not even an elephant in the room, because we're all trying to address it. Our midfield is still imbalanced. If we're real with ourselves, there's not a real partnership we look at and think, yo, that's the Arsenal partnership. Like, Xhaka and Partey is hit and miss. It was a hit in its last game. It's been missed enough times. If we're real with ourselves. Lokonga and Partey, I don't think, I think they're a bit too similar for me, and Lokonga's still learning the tricks and trades. Odegaard can play there. Again, can we get someone that's a bit more natural? I think we need 2 centre mids, but my chest is high. You need one. We ain't even got one in the door. I don't know if we're going to get one, so I can't really be puffing out my chest and screaming to you, look, we need 2. I just think we need 2. I think you need to move away from Xhaka. I think you need someone that, you've got the Partey sorts, and I think you've got your, the little brother in Lokonga. I think you either need Xhaka's little brother without the mistakes, or you need someone that takes it up a level, or the 2. I think the midfield needs to be revamped properly, and until Arteta is honest with himself and revamps that midfield, I don't think we're going to do anything major. So we'll have to see what happens there, man. Options. I had a brain freeze. Almost couldn't spell options. What the hell was going on there? Pardon me. We need a couple robust man that are gonna back the thing like Vieira did. Amen. Every time Saka gets clamped, I'm thinking the worst, and there's no one to back it. Trust me. I'm a Chelsea fan. Where do you think Arsenal will finish, bro? More of the same, unless something improves consistently. More of the same, and where we finished last year, hopefully an improvement, but there and abouts. Because yeah, man, like is what it is. We've got a very naive and young squad. Why I like the fact that we're getting them up to grips and they're learning, bro. The world is harsh. Football is harsh. Football don't care that Arsenal have got average age of 23 and all these things. It doesn't care. It doesn't give a crap. To be fair, if Lokonga doesn't start, who's he going to start? Because for me, if you're not going to do the Odegaard thing, then I'm not really on the party and on anything. But yeah, man. DG, people are going to hate. Some individuals are naturally bitter human beings, don't stoop to their levels. I could never stoop to their levels, but you get me? I'm on this 50 cent petty thing. You get me? Shout out 50 cents book. I'm taking that in at this moment in time. I should be having some affiliate program, man, if I'm plugging that. Big up, DG. Hope you're having a blessed week. I hope you and everyone else are. Allow Ox coming back. It's not needed. It's very, very forced. While we was trying to revisit the past. When you find out, tell me, man. Like, unless it's Gnabry, Marlon, Benacia, Yunus Musa, bro, Arsenal need to get that man back from Valencia ASAP. Unless it's these sort of man, there's no point. Again, I would do it for Wilshere, but it doesn't make sense. I'm not really on it for Wilshere, Ramsey, any of these guys. Again, are we trying to be a football club or a play crest? What's your thoughts on Guendouzi being selected by Deschamps of France? I know he didn't play, but surely must be okay to come back to Arsenal. Joe, it's done, innit? Like, he's gone with an obligation to buy a Guendouzi, and Arsenal's future is done, unless apparently there's certain variables that need to be hit, but the bridges are burnt. He's going to Marseille, and he'll make a handsome profit for them. They think they've got a 9 million option. They've already, bro, is he a 9 million pound player, or is he at least double that? He's at least a 20 million pound player, in my opinion. I just hope we've got a sell-on clause there, man. I don't know, man. How much you paying for Isaac? Should we get him? I mean, I would love to go for Isaac. 70 million, you know what? You might as well just do it, really. You might as well. You could do a lot worse. We've done a lot worse. But do I think he's worth 70 million? Not at this moment in time. He did score a good goal. Big up AM, and he's right, man. Arsenal, no European football, so you should be okay, bro. I like the fact that you speak facts. I mean, European football thing. I mean, when you look at it from the Chelsea angle, you could sit there and say, yeah, but I mean, the game still come thick and fast. You've still got injuries. You still need to be experienced, man. Deluded. Why are you against Aaron Ramsey's return? He's the type of player Arsenal need, experienced midfielder that can get around the pitch and contribute both ends of the pitch. I mean, I'm fully aware of who Aaron Ramsey is. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He's a good player, but he's not going to solve our midfield problems. Don't get it twisted by default because we've got crap options. Partey and Ramsey sounds a lot better than other people, but he's extremely injury prone. There's going to be a lot of baggage to take him, in terms of wages. Again, he's probably going to want to be one of the highest earners. You're going to have to give him a decent change. And to be honest with you, I think people look at Ramsey, as much as I loved him, I think he was very underrated for large parts. But I do think people look at him with rose tints, and he doesn't address what we have. So away from the romance, I'm not really for it. And let's not talk about his injury record, which again, Arsenal have issues with it. So I think when I remove emotion, and bringing Aaron Ramsey back is not the best option. I mean, in January, if you could explore a loan, I'm not against it because we might be broke, but you get the point. Sorry, folks. Thought my headphone went there. Sounded weird. I would love to have Ox back, to be fair. With respect, that means you're going to love to be mediocre, Patso, because what the fuck's he going to do? I would love Ox back as well. Don't get twisted. Ox, Ramsey, Wilshere. How you mean? Wenger, bring everybody back. But bro, what's Ox going to do? Ox has left Arsenal. What is he? He's still in the same place. He's added to his trophy cabinet, played for Liverpool, but is he a centre mid? Is he a winger? Bro, he's even played at fullback. What's he going to bring to the table? It's dead. Like, he's dead. Like, and this, I'm very romantic when it comes to these things, but what's he going to do, bro? Like Henri said a couple years ago, like, I've been watching Ox for time. What's he good at? He's a good dribbler. Decision making is not quite there, I just think we'll be doing the same things we've done, and I just feel with Bellerin going and these sort of things. I'm tired of these players with 5 games. Well, like, all right, cool. They might have done something with the next 5 games. They're shaky. 1 minute we're screaming centre mid, then wing. I'm tired of it. And I would welcome Ox back with open arms, but it's not needed. I think out of Ox and Ramsey, I'm bringing Ramsey back ahead of him. But yeah, man. Would you rather have Aaron Ramsey or Alexis Sanchez back if you have one? If it's in their prime, without a doubt, Alexis Sanchez. If it's the Alexis of today, then, bro, I'm taking Ramsey. So, yeah, man. EG Aziz has a callback clause in January. Would you consider for Jan when Partey and Nene are done for AFCON? It's an avenue you're going to have to explore. Ideally, I would like, assuming that the loan, everything's happening, he's playing, and all these things, I would like him to stay under a good coach like Danny Crowley, get some experience, and obviously come back next summer, see what level you're at and what you can do. I would like him to just stay there and do his thing. Obviously, if we're down to our bare bones, he needs to come back. It's as simple as that. Bro, Ramsey's I wouldn't say legend, fan favorite. Do you know what? He's won multiple FA Cups. I can't really tell you, lot, he's not a legend. But for me, I wouldn't say legend. I think that legend thing is thrown away thrown around too much. If I'm honest with you, like legend is Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Vieira, Wenger. These are legends. Ramsey's I'd say cult hero for me, man. Or a level above, just a level below legend for me. Because again, shout out Ramsey, man. I wouldn't say legend though. Legend for me tells me if there's a club you're walking in with Henry and that you're not there. What do you think of Conor Gallagher? I like him, Kesa. I like him a lot. It's just unfortunately you're at Chelsea. I don't quite think he's got the guile and all those things of them Chelsea midfielders, but he'll have a good career. I'd love him at Arsenal, really. He runs around, he puts a shift in, good technical ability, shown that he can chip in with a goal or an assist. I like him a lot, man. DG, do you think we can top our last 10 years? Sorry, do you think we can top our last 10 years? I don't know what you've said here. You said, DG, do you think we can top our last 10 years can be topped by the next? So I'm assuming you're saying, can the next 10 years be better than the previous? Bro, how long's a piece of string? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't have a clue. I'll be completely real with you. I hope so. I hope when I look at the average age of the squad, the fact that I don't know how long they're going to be, but the people are above the players. They seem to be kind of young and whatnot in terms of stuff. But boy, not a clue, man. I don't know. It can be as bright as the club want. Until I see certain individuals fix up, I don't know. Someone asked for my Twitter, Deludaguna04, just like everything, man. To become legends, you need to win leagues. I disagree. I think that's harsh. I think that's very harsh. Very, very harsh. Don't think you necessarily have to win the league. All depends, though, man. We need to go forward, not back. Bringing back old players who didn't bang, then most certainly won't bang now. We have to move forward and stop looking back. Andrew, that's harsh if you're talking about Ramsey. I think Ramsey banged Ox. I'm not sure, man. Love the guy, but then I look back, Ox was one of them. When they leave the club, and I can't lie, I was like, all right, cool. I was moving mad for no reason because I was so against Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain leaving. I was vexed. I was happy that he didn't do the Chelsea one. At the time, Arsenal and Liverpool were kind of levels. I understood it now, obviously, because of what Liverpool have done. But yeah, it was one of them. When it's actually happened, it's not that deep. A bit like Alexis Sanchez to United. I was vexed, livid. Like I thought, Alexis, boy, we've sold our soul to the devil again. This is going to be worse than Van Persie. Maybe not in terms of winning the league title, but the impact in it. Like, what are we doing? Thankfully for me, things happen. Couple levels below, fair play. Alexis is a legend. No. Alexis is not a legend. Ramsey's more of a legend than Alexis Sanchez, if anything. And then, man, I did. Fans are stretching this Ramsey thing. He's not the same player anymore. All those injuries have reduced his ability to run, press. We need better and younger. I think that's harsh. When he's fit, he can do all of that. But fundamentally, we just need to leave it alone. Like, it's rose tints, Man need to stop looking at Aaron Ramsey scoring against Spurs and saying, this is my effing pitch and that. Obviously, the FA Cups and all the good moments, man. I need to remember the 38 game Aaron Ramsey, and it weren't a bad player, but it's completely different. All these old players coming back to Arsenal for the money. I mean, we all do things in life for the money, so don't mind me. People sign for Arsenal for the P's. Ox can help us in midfield and help us and give an option to play in a free with Ox and Martin Odegaard with a holding mid if we need an option. I hear it, but I just think it's dead with Ox. I would like Ox to go back to Southampton, go somewhere else, you know, go get his love back for football, go and play with a smile, go and develop because he's 28. I mean, sorry, is he 28? He must be 28. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's like 27, 28. And I mean, come on now. If we're talking about a man, you don't know his position at 26, 28, that's dead. What's going to happen at Arsenal? We've got bare of these men. We have bare of these men, you know, really and truly. He's 28. What is he? Is he a centre mid able to play out wide? Is he a winger who can play centre mid? I've seen him come off the bench and play up front for Liverpool. I've seen him play fullback. What the hell is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain? Why are we bringing him? Like, there's adaptability and then there's shoehorning. I wouldn't be against it. Definitely on loan in January if nothing else is going to happen. But yeah, man, need to allow it, man. Why are we recycling? Look how many talented midfield players there are out there in Nostalgia FC. Deleted any of your current centre backs as good as Mertesacker or Koscielny? What prime? I don't think anyone in the Arsenal team at centre half is a good reader of the game as Mertesacker. Sorry, definitely not Mustafi. And a prime Koscielny shits on all these centre halves, but I think Gabriel will eclipse that. I think in years to come, Saliba could do it. I don't know for Ben White. I hope he can. I do like Ben White's. I do think he's a good reader of the game. He's just too casual, man. I didn't say Alexis Sanchez wasn't a player. We all know he's a player. You know, Alexis Sanchez, one of the only players in recent years. In fact, the only player I got a name on his back. You know, how many times do I sit here and I say Alexis Sanchez was electrifying, but a legend? Alex, if you believe he's a legend, I can't tell you anything. But this is what I said: the bar is on the floor. A legend, legend. Again, the word legend. Didn't say he's not a good player. Didn't say he isn't effing amazing. Didn't say he's not, you know, hail him up and that. But legend, boy, the bar's on the floor, man. The bar is absolutely on the floor if Alexis Sanchez is a legend. Absolutely on the floor. I actually want to know the dictionary name of a legend, of what legend meaning. Very well known and extremely famous or notorious person, especially in a particular field. The man was a living legend. A traditional story, sometimes popular regarded as historical but not authenticated. Well, so subjective. I mean, fantastic player, but legend. Come off it, man. Come off it, man. DG, oh, you got to, man. Ox for me isn't the answer, even on loan. Even on loan with Xhaka, Partey, Martin Odegaard, all out there to break up and tackle in the middle, coming from. I don't know what you're saying there. Apologies, man. I really don't, man. He's the best player you've seen at the club. With respect to you, Alex, how old are you? Because you can't have seen Thierry Henry, you know, and all them man there, Vieira, all these man there, like. Bro, Santi's not a legend, bro. Big up Santi. The fans. I remember when I started my YouTube career, one of my first videos is why is Santi Cazorla so underrated by this fan base? It's like history just got rewritten, man. Bro, and people were telling me Marie reads the game fantastic, bro. I'm not listening to Arsenal fans. They said he was better than Gabriel. Fuck out here. I do think Gabby can become elite. Both Gabriels at this club. Man need to understand Ainsley is a better option in midfield than Ox, and Ainsley ain't cold in midfield. Two the same thing, if I'm honest with you. Big up DJ. I didn't like the way Ox left us in the first place. To be fair, I kind of got it because it looked like he wanted to consider something, man. Man said legend. Bro, I wouldn't say he didn't do it long enough. You can't help you here because by that logic, how long was Suarez at Liverpool, bro? You can't say Suarez weren't certified. You know, you don't have to win a trophy to be a legend. If I'm honest with you, you know, you just need to be a good footballer and a talisman and do all the amazing things, really. You know, to be a legend. Don't need to win a league title because by that logic, if we go across every champion, every champion in the Premier League or whatever, there's gonna be some fucking shit players that you can say are legends. And that trophy stuff is only subjective when it's making a point about a player you or someone else likes. Ox was a discounted Walcott without finishing. I mean, shout out Walcott. Walcott's problem is he couldn't decide for time. Am I a striker? Am I a winger? Am I a winger? I swear to you, it was very jarring with that, you know. Very, very jarring. Please make sure we're following and subscribing on Twitch as well, people. As interesting as this is, keep all your comments coming. It's very interesting. Obba's not a legend, man. fan favorite, cult hero, but legend. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll see. I don't know if any of these current players will be legends. I mean, there's one. There's a certain little Chile I hope stays forever, but boy, love for the super chat. Main problem at Arsenal is no creativity from the wing or the mid, among other things. Look how many legends that there are that didn't win the Premier League. Gerrard for one, exactly. So what? Big up Henderson. I'm not even trying to Henderson. I'm not trying to give you strays, but what is Henderson a bigger Liverpool legend than Gerrard? Come on now, man. The trophy thing is dead, man. I'm not saying legends don't. Legends typically correlated to winning trophies, but every legend, you know, is R9 not a legend? Then he didn't win Champions League. Is Gerrard not a legend? He didn't win Premier League. Fair enough. Fair enough. I hear that. Can't tell you what to think. I just want you lot to think. Fair enough, though, man. Fair enough. I'll leave you lot with that one, man. Bit booky, but fair play. If Van Persie didn't leave, he would have been a legend. Maybe Ozil if he didn't crush his. So I don't think Ozil's ever going to be an Arsenal legend, but top player, man. Top player, man. Man said he's a kinder egg. Interesting comments, man. I do miss a player like Alexis Sanchez, dog. Just electrifying, man. Just able to make something happen. No. Absolutely not. But the bar's on the floor, bro. Our fans are cool. Our fans have always had this weird obsession with Bentner, and that's one thing I've never ever got. Like, it's just mad weird. Like, Bentner shit as well. Like, what's going on there, man? Like, what's going on there? But anyways, let's move on and talk about some transfer news. Let's start with Leno to Juventus, people. Now, I don't know if it's true. Like somebody pointed out earlier, a lot of it could primarily be coming apart with apparently Szczesny wants to leave, or they want to get rid of Szczesny. They want to upgrade. I don't know if Leno's the answer, but for Leno, that would be amazing. You're getting Champions League football. I know technically Inter Milan won the league title, and apparently the same Newcastle owners want them. But typically Juventus are going to win it. Italy's a lovely way of life. I'm sure it could extend your playing career. I'm sure, I don't think, does Leno have kids? I don't know, but I'm sure it would be a good place to start having kids and a good place to be there, man. Bro, I used to think the Bentner thing was a joke. Now it's just weird, man. It's weird, bro. It's mad weird. It's mad weird. But anyways, back to Leno. It'll be good for him. Now, for Arsenal, are we going to get a decent sum for him? Now, again, it's very difficult because to get into January, it starts getting difficult. By any stretch of the imagination, I don't condone. I think Leno, for me, you sell Leno, you sell Lacazette, you sell El Nene, who's going to be playing in the African Cup of Nations. But when you don't do it in the summer and you lose these bodies, and if they're not replaced, and as you lot know, January is difficult to do business, you put yourself between a rock and a hard place. Like, are you going to find a number two? Because for me, this tells me if Leno's going, the Matt Ryan one's gone. I don't know if you'll explore Sam Johnson at West Brom again. I don't know what will be on. But that tells me if worse comes to worse, we're stuck with the two kids. And I'm sorry, but Arthur Okonkwo and Kyle Hine, they're not ready. They're not ready for it. They're not ready for it. So we'd be in issues there. I think personally, if offers come in for Leno, and I'm sure he's not going to want to sit on his hands until the end of the season. With obviously there's calls in Germany for Kevin Trapp to get called up. So obviously Kevin Trapp, Neuer, and Ter Stegen. You can bring four keepers, but what's the point? There's an issue there. So, by all means go, man. I don't want unhappy players. Leno's always acting like, again, it might just be the way he comes across. He's always acting like he's doing this football club a favor. So keep it moving. Did anyone sign Onana, Inter Milan, and all the usual suspects are still onto him? Make sure we're hitting the like button as well, folks. They appear to still be onto him. So that's that. As you lot can see here, people, the 3 possible spare parts for Szczesny. Obviously, Google Translate. If none of it makes sense, again, it's Google Translate. But apparently, Juventus does not cross its best in Serie A, and many of the problems go through the goal-occupying Wojciech Szczesny, who is leaving much to be desired and raising serious doubts as a whole of the touring. So there's question marks over Szczesny in general. So this is probably where these links are primarily coming from. In fact, they're already thinking about the signing they can make to replace the Polish keeper and improve defensively for the second half of the season. And it's not just Leno. As you lot can see here, there's 3 different keepers linked. Where Leno's concerned, it says The Arsenal goalie is not going through his best moment, but he has provided great performances in the Premier League and is a guaranteed goalkeeper. Now he has lost the confidence of the coach of the Gunners, Mikel Arteta, but that benefits the Italian team for his transfer, which could become cheaper. So it's basically just leverage keepers that situations might not be the best. So I don't know if there's actually any legs in relation to Leno moving people. They've also been linked with the Sevilla keeper. Apparently, he's in excellent shape and has proven to be one of the best goalkeepers today, which has sparked interest. They've been linked with Jan Sommer, who, did decent at the Euros and obviously Switzerland international and that, been at Gladbach. So again, I'm not too sure on the Szczesny, on the Leno ones, people. So we know Leno is leaving. I don't think Szczesny will be returning to Arsenal. It is what it is, man. Exactly. If you want to say legendary status is based on winning titles, bro, Scott Carson's probably picked up a league title now. So what's going on? I wouldn't mind Ward-Prowse. I would love Ward-Prowse at Arsenal, not because he's a firework sort of signing. He's just competent, consistent, can do his job, can be a threat from set pieces, high IQ as a footballer. So yeah. Leno always moving like he's trapped here. We want you to a bit harsh at the end, but yeah. I don't know if Onana's the one. I'll be real with you. I don't really rate Onana. Very good with his feet. I just think fans were forcing it. I don't really rate him. I think he's very suspect, if I'm honest with you. But that's my bias. I don't really like these eccentric new age keepers, really. I like keepers who just do their jobs, really. And he has a clanger in him. So I think we should stay clear from Onana. And I don't think it's feasible. You're not going to have Ramsdale and Onana happy to be second choice. It's easier said than done. Let's just go out and find a second choice, someone that isn't happy to sit on the bench, but there's a clear hierarchy. We need to step away from, if we get Onana, it's the same old thing. What we had with Leno and Czech, what we had at the beginning with Ramsdale and Leno, what we've seen at Chelsea at a point with Czech and Courtois, what we're probably seeing to a degree now across this season and last with Dean Henderson and De Gea. You can't really do this. It's an elephant in the room. So it's easier said than done. I would love for one of the young players to just be able to do it, but it's not how the cookie crumbles, is it, people? It's not how life works, man. That's true, but with Gerrard, he elevated Liverpool to the level they are today. I mean, be a bit respectful to Liverpool. Like, he didn't do it alone. Let's be a bit respectful to Liverpool. That's a bit of a mad way to pull it, but yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he's missed the Liverpool, but yeah, man. Big up. Oh, I remember your Santi video, DG. Love Santi, but he's only approaching legend status. I don't think he's legend. I think he deserves his props, cult hero and that. But legend, again, I don't know how you become a legend. I don't know what it is. But for me, even without the league titles, Wenger's a legend. Henry's a legend. Vieira's a legend. Let's keep it a box. It's about being a bloody good footballer, like really a good footballer. Ramsdale surprised me, but it's early days exactly, and he's gonna go through bookie moments. He's already showing 1-2 dodgy moments, Mark. But that's not me trying to get at him. That's just, bro, he's 23. He's gonna have clangers. He's gonna have bad bits of form and whatnot. So it is what it is. Steady is the right word. You're right. Steady. The fan base bars are low, man. Man are fighting to say Granit Xhaka is better than Vieira and them things. But Neil's right. Most of our fans have not seen Arsenal's elite players playing in the late 90s and early 2000s. So the fan bars are so low. And I blame Arsenal because you've raised a generation of Arsenal fans that just know banter, just know joke man stuff. Just the Emirates hasn't been kind, and I'm only 26, but there's people that have never, Highbury's a mythical town, like Henry's a mythical player. Like, man are going to forget these sort of things, man. So you want an older keeper who is slightly past it but competent? No, ideally that would be good. It's easier said than done. Ideally, I'd want someone in their mid-20s that can do that for a while, but finding these keepers are easier said than done. Which I think I won't say we struck gold, but it felt like we found something with what's his face, man? With my man, what's his name, man? With Matt Ryan, it felt like we found something there, and I don't know what I think. In fact, I don't know what I think, but I just think maybe if Leno's future was decided, maybe we'd have stayed because it looked like something changed with Leno. We heard that the club are looking for a homegrown keeper, which ruled out Matt Ryan. And what shall be, shall be. What you're seeing today is where we're at, really, if that makes sense. We grew up in a good era, too good of an era, man. Trust me, I'm so grateful, man. to be fair to you, Ozil's definitely not a legend, but you can't begrudge. Look how many people have that record will get broken, but look how many people struggle to break that assist record. And if you remember rightly, Giroud and all the other strikers stopped scoring. I mean, if Giroud could have scored about 5 goals in that draw against Southampton that year. So yeah, man, let's not rewrite history and look at it in a madness. But Ozil's definitely not an Arsenal legend. So yeah, it is what it is, man. I'd want Matt Ryan back, and you just got the vibe that Matt Ryan was serious, man. Like I think you just when you know someone's serious around things, it makes me feel more competent and comfortable. That's what I like with Ramsdale. He just looks serious about what he's doing, people. But yeah, another day, another Lacazette rumor in it, people. He's signing for a lot of clubs, Spain, England, Italy, everything. Lacazette seems to be doing, people, but. For what it's worth, as you lot can see here, people, Lacazette, or better yet, I don't know if you can. Lacazette's been linked with Newcastle, and apparently they've been linked with Lacazette, Martial, Coutinho, Lingard. I'm sure Newcastle fans, are foaming at the mouth for these sort of guys. People, for what it's worth, I read in the Athletic, including wages and all that sort of stuff, they can spend 200 million Newcastle. So you would think, at least for this year, at least for January, that's enough to plug certain areas. And Lacazette, it'll be a good club for you to go. I don't know if it's sensible to take your wages, but it could be something. I don't think you're on him. That he's been linked with Icardi. Apparently, Lacazette's contractual situation puts the Magpies in a good position to bring the 30-year-old in for a cut price fee. As you know, the striker arrived at the Emirates Stadium from Lyon in 2017 for a club record 52 million. Only has 8 months left on his deal. 8 years would be a myth. He was our top goal scorer in the league last year, people, with 13 goals. As of yet, talks have stalled. And I mean, we're at that point. Lacazette, his advisors, the club have known for a while this ain't, the relationship's ending. I would say if there's been no communication, that is communication. Like that is a vibe. So obviously there's no legs to it in it really, apart from the fact that Lacazette wants to keep it moving. We want to move him on, and Newcastle have been taken over. Lacazette's going to get linked with bear clubs. Again, Johnny Van der Beek, he's primarily linked with Everton. How long before he's linked with a move to Newcastle? Under the same logic, he's not playing all of these sort of things. Lacazette's been offered out. Clearly, people are not on him for the wages, and he might come on. Now, as a free transfer, it might be different. But for me, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to give Arsenal a transfer fee and take on his wages and probably give him what he wants, maybe a 3+ year deal. I'm not going to do it. Really, really and truly. Newcastle will be able to meet their asking price without too much of a problem due to the incredible wealth displayed by the public investment fund. Goals have been hard to come by for the Magpies this season. As you lot know, St. Maximin's 3 goals accounts for nearly half of their 8 goals from 7 matches. So they're going to be linked with a lot of strikers. So take him if you want. I would be open for it. Lacazette's record stands at a respectable 50 goals in 131 Premier League appearances, reaching double figures in each of his 4 seasons. So he's always been a good player for us. He just hasn't been a great one, a talisman, and all of that sort of stuff there, people. So I don't know if it's going to happen. I think Lacazette would probably, if I was Lacazette, I'd want to run down my deal to the summer and assess everything. But if the project's right, it must be exciting. I'm sure, sorry, Steve Bruce, there's going to be someone more exciting there. There's going to be a whole lot of backroom replacements. Maybe it's something for Lacazette to want to explore. I think he's probably got to kiss the dream of playing in one last World Cup goodbye, or just representing France in general. I think, unless why Deschamps is there. So it is what it is. Sorry, folks. I don't know why I removed the screen, because, as I said, he's been linked with Newcastle, and now he's been linked with Inter Milan. Inter confident of signing Lacazette in bargain deal. Inter Milan are confident of tying up a deal for Arsenal star Alexander Lacazette in January, with the Italians also keen on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Are you man not bored of this same old remixing? Apparently, their preference is to sign Lacazette this season, and they're willing to pay a fee to secure him in January. Lacazette's played just twice in the Premier League for us and was substituted in the second half in both occasions. He does have 2 goals to his campaign, and we know Aubameyang obviously has history within Italy. So I don't know. I think Lacazette will leave. Aubameyang, by the same logic, a year from then, will just run down his deal, and what shall be shall be. I obviously hope the club have been assessing whatever strikers they can go for. I know we're linked with Isaac. I would love Karim Adeyemi, even though that one's gone. But it is what it is. Lacazette to Milan or Newcastle in January. So it is what it is in that regard. So that's Leno. Lacazette, Leno. I feel like I'm missing something out. Oh, we've got Cantwell as well, folks. Let's get into this Cantwell thing quickly as well, man, rather than waste time. So yeah, Todd Cantwell. His name ain't really been ringing bells, you know. I would take him. I don't think he's an Arsenal fan, but I think he's a decent player. Doesn't pull up any trees, but I think he's good technically. I think he could be a good squad option, similar to, we've got Smith Rowe, we've got Odegaard. You could have him in there. Does he take us up a level? Does he make us harder to play against and more creative? Of course not, but there is resale value. He is English. He is a decent technical footballer, and I actually like Cantwell. It all depends the fee. No way, I don't know in his contract, but no way on God's green earth should we be paying anything more than I think 20 million based on his current form. I'm not under 30, 40s. If he plays out of his skin, why not? But I think it's a shag. I think there's money that could be spent better. But for what it's worth, people, Arsenal and Liverpool monitoring the contractual situation or contract situation of the 23-year-old English midfielder. So immediately, it's the same old thing of there's question marks over someone's future. Link them with two bigger clubs, see what happens. Norwich, might not even stay in the league. I swear he was actually linked with Newcastle previously as well. And previously he's been linked with Villa. And apparently he was on joining Villa. But Arsenal and Liverpool are both reportedly keeping an eye on the contractual situation of Norwich midfielder Todd Cantwell. Cantwell's contract is due to expire in the summer of 2022. That leaves him with a big decision to make. And I mean, obviously, I ain't gonna lie, you can't reject Liverpool to sign for Liverpool on a free. I'd love for him to come here. Villa, you could do whatever, he could earn more money, could stay in the Premier League team that's a bit more stable and things like that. So yeah, it is what it is, people. As you know, he's probably highly rated. He's only 23. It does seem like he's a bit older, but yeah, man, he ain't done much in the league this year. So it is what it is. Apparently the jury is still out, but a free transfer, I know he's going to want decent wages and things. I wouldn't say no to that. There's obviously resale value at 23. Again, the signing on fee and whatnot might tip the balance, but yeah, I wouldn't mind it at all, really. Not overly enthusiastic, but I don't think it's bad, if I'm honest with you. Free transfer, why not? I ain't feeling, man are saying they're not feeling Cantwell. Let's start a vote, man. I love to see it. Would you sign? Oh, if it lets me pull it up. Yeah, I'll create a poll. I think this is gonna flop, people. It's not even letting me do it. Do you have to do this at the start? Yeah, it's not letting me do it. I was gonna do make a poll, people, but it's not letting me do it, man. So we're just gonna have to hold it up, man. Cantwell, soft player again. Only would get him on a free. Wouldn't mind McGinn. Should be going for Aaron's if we're getting anyone from Norwich. You reckon? I mean, we need a fullback if something happens to Tomiyasu, but you reckon it's worth 30, 40, whatever they want for Max Aaron's? Make sure we're hitting the like button and subscribing, people. The answer is if the Qatari guys buys this team, we'll be able to have better financial power and more stealth in terms of quality of players. We can improve this team Kroenke out. I think the Qataris don't appear to be looking to buy Arsenal, man. So it's all mad. Newcastle with Wilson and Lacazette up front makes a big difference. Him, Holding, Marie, El Nene. We've got Eddie and Ketia. We've got things here. We've got things here. Man are saying Lacazette's agent is working overtime. Facts. Nah, I've answered it already. I ain't taking Ox back. I mean, under certain conditions, I would, but nah, man. It's a bit of a myth. Worth a punt on loan. I've spoken about Ox. Nah. On loan or something, I'll take it, but myth. Keylor Navas, I mean, I would take it because we ain't got no second choice keeper, but again, another eccentric keeper. I don't really feel these sort of guys. They're a bit dodgy, man. Tomiyasu got skinned by that Brighton. I'd still go for Max Aaron's. I mean, he had a bad game, but I mean, is Max Aaron's going to come and want to be second choice? I mean, we need to probably sign a centre middle too. So is it logical to suggest spending 30, 40, 50, whatever they're going to ask for Max Ryan's in January without the spine of the squad? I'm not saying it's wrong, but logically, do we have more pressing areas? Because on paper, I don't agree with it. You've got Ainsley that can play there and might actually be able to hold that down at some point, and then you got the forgotten man Cedric who needs to be moved on. You need to sort out one of the two futures or maybe even both of them before you bring in a next one. Facts. Cantwell, good player, work rate, great man, fair play. He does work hard. But I mean, if we're talking about footballers working hard, then the bar's low. You should be working hard, but the minimum is maximum effort. Simple as that. So yeah, we've spoken about that. Have we? Yeah, we have. So yeah, we've spoken about that. Cantwell, sorry, bro. Is there anything else Arsenal related? Let's see what's going on in the world of Arsenal, man. Type in Arsenal online, see what's happening. Same old, really. So yeah, it's just about what you lot are saying now. I finished talking about what I want to talk about. I'm a bit behind. Any legends in the Emirates era for you? I wouldn't say so. Off the top of my head, I wouldn't say so. I mean, Thierry's technically played there. You know, I think if anything, I don't know. I wouldn't say legends, man. I wouldn't say Cess is a legend. But if anything, he's got a big case. I think Nasri could have been a legend without a doubt. Big fan of Arshavin. I wouldn't say legend. Santi, the same logic. Aubameyang, you know, probably him and Alexis, I'd say probably two of the strongest cases to be legends. But legends, nah, man. Legend for me is like Mo Salah, Liverpool. You know, Eden Hazard, Chelsea. Thierry Henry, Arsenal. Like when I think of you, I think of the club. That's it. Among other things. I don't necessarily believe that such, man. Big up Castle. I wouldn't say Sagner's a legend, but underrated. He's got a very strong case as well. Just did his bloody job. Ramsey has a strong case. He's won a couple of FA Cups, but not for me. Fan favorite, cult hero sort of things. Really want to know what the fuck Tommy did to have people bring up Coriella for weeks. Bro, it is what it is. He's human. You know, he's going to get ripped. He's not perfect. He's got to learn from it. He's going to have bad games. You know, man are not invincible. But fair play. And, you know, you're going to have bad games. Man are not going to be at it forever. Deluded, what did I miss? I'd say everything. DG Emil Smith-Rowe's goal was class last night. His physical development looks to be coming along well. Jamie, 100%. I said Cess has a strong case. You know, Cess is flirting with it. It's right there, but not a legend for me. Bad boy footballer, but not a legend, man. You know, I shouldn't have to hesitate if someone says statue outside the Emirates or even the suggestion. It used to kind of piss me off, really, how Cess's picture was still flying at the Emirates long before after he snaked it. Timestamps, 1 second. I'm such a nice guy, man. Look at this. I get timestamps for all of you lot. Pardon me. Oh, well, it's absolutely butchered, but yeah, pardon me, timestamps are there, man. To be honest, Tommy learnt from the first half, was better in the second. Perez, bad boy footballer. People also forget we got a clean sheet versus Arsenal fans lack. Big up Larry Hoover, free up him, but Arsenal fans lack perspective. They lack balance, man. You know, we're the shittest team in the world when we've lost. We're amazing in if we've won. We never have balance. It's only when we've lost or there's a shaky performance, people want to micromanage and pick apart things. But when we're saying it, yo, we could have done better against Spurs. We could have done this. Could have happened against Burnley. That could have happened. It's been coming. You know, we got really and truly. I wouldn't say our luck's gonna run out because it's not fair. But you got to look at it. We were on top of Norwich by all stretches of the imagination, but Cedric and Gabriel, important blocks. Burnley, certain decisions by the ref go different ways. The game's different. You know, Spurs, you know, if ifs and buts are not facts, but if Kane successfully chips Ramsdale, you know, if Mora's shot deflects in, if they get a penalty, it's a different game. Brighton, poor finishing, or they should have wiped the floor with us at some point. You know, you get out what you put in. We've clearly been applying ourselves better, so we get more of the rub of the green when we're playing bad. But these things run out. You don't always get that. You know, we need to improve. You know, people are sadly mistaken, if I'm completely honest with you, where they think we don't. Arsenal, that's another timestamp. Arsenal fans lack balance. Because I genuinely think we do. You know what? As much as I call Cess a snake, when I look at it and I move away from our tribal footballers, can I really call you a snake? Wenger sits there and says, you know, way before Arsenal could even explore buying him back, Chelsea were on the case. Other people deny it. You know, it comes across. You didn't. What could you do? There was nothing. I'd say Cesc is a Premier League legend for what he gave to Arsenal, and obviously he won the trophy at Chelsea. You'd have to speak to Chelsea fans if he's a Premier League legend. Them sides, I don't quite think he's up there, but I wouldn't say legend at Arsenal. But yeah, I never know. But when I look at it, you come to love Arsenal. You've always been a Barcelona man. I've seen him play Barca a couple of times. I've seen him do everything to win. Obviously, I wasn't happy with how the Barcelona players were tapping him up on Spanish duty. He went to Barca, it didn't bang. Can't begrudge him. At the end of the day, things have to happen. I don't get onto Van Persie. It kills me that he went to United, but the way he pull it and the honesty he came with, what could I tell you? The club wanted to sell you to United. They could have flogged you elsewhere. It is what it is. It's the dynamic. Man, I've one career to last. And one thing that's been consistent then that is consistent now is Arsenal are not challenging for major things. So sadly, if when they develop and they get to a certain standard, I'm not comparing them because these following players have and nowhere near the quality of where these players were when they left. When you look at the Sagners, the Nasris, the Cessis, the Van Persies, but once upon a time, there's going to come a time where Smith Rowe, Saka, they've done their development thing, and these guys, and they're looking left and right, like, all right, cool, I might love the club and whatever, but I got one career to last. I need to go and do something. I got some moves to make, sort of thing, if I'm honest with you. So it's one of them ones, man. It's improve or risk losing star youngsters, in my opinion. They're never going to be young. Right now, them man are naive. They're loving it. They're playing, Don't get it twisted. As much as they're deserving to play Arsenal, listen, let's be honest. How many people are playing at the time, 18, 19-year-olds turning 20 week in, week out? At some point, when they've developed, they're going to look at Grealish. It's a bit different. Been at Villa for years. Mr. Villa, Birmingham lad. You can't turn down the chance to challenge for trophies, to play in the Champions League, to do these things. I know Villa are trying to build and doing what they're doing, but by the time you build, I might not be there. And the game, I always say as a footballer, you should make these decisions before they make it for you. If you're 26, you turn down Real Madrid bare times to stay at Arsenal. But people will hell you up for it. But by the time you're 33, you're gonna get your little man are saying, all right, cool, safe. Like no one cares when you don't play. Big up Tony Adams, but no, you're not relevant when you're not playing anymore. The minute Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, the minute they stop playing, they're not as relevant. Nobody cares. We're on to the next star. So do what you need to do in your career, man. Don't have no regrets. Don't do things because of the fans, in my opinion. Don't give a shit. Hit the like button. How are we not at 200 likes, people? I mean, I was only gone a couple of days, man. You lot are doing me dirty. Saka going Newcastle. I mean, I ain't trying to stare at an next man's breast, but shout out you, man. Szczesny, I don't think Szczesny is a snake. I think he's a snake for joining Chelsea. I mean, yeah, if Szczesny, I can't answer. If Szczesny's a legend at Chelsea, he's a legend, innit? And I mean, he done the bad boy thing with Diego Costa. That's why I think he's an absolute legend at the club. I mean, he did force a move, but he left Barcelona. Cesar's always done all of that stuff. He did it for Arsenal. Bro, he was trying to cheat when we played Barca. One thing I like about Cesc, he's been a bastard. This a man that threw pizza at Ferguson. It is what it is. I'm sure none of these men wanted to leave and whatnot. But you got to keep it moving. Cesc is a Prem legend. For me, he's not an Arsenal legend. Bro, Arsenal have a fetish for shit keepers now. Hopefully Ramsdale puts that one to bed, but we don't like good keepers. Again, another thing Arsenal fans used to piss me off. Man used to convince themselves Ospina was good. I'm sorry. You lot can listen. I don't tell you lot what to think. Please don't tell me what to think. In my head, no matter what you lot say, Ospina was fucking shit. Sorry. Is there anyone in the Emirates era that deserves legend status? I'm not sure, man. There's a couple people that I would say, if anything, they would get it, but there's not anyone I look at and think, yo, that's it. Oh, Adebayo didn't want to leave, but when you say you're selling, man, come on, man. Bro, football's just too tribal, man. They have a job to do, People leave, innit? It's simple as that. Simple as that. Ospina, bro, sucked eggs, bro. Ospina was shit, man. Come on, bro. Ospina was dead, bro. Come on, man. Ospina was dead, man. No. I'm not having it. Ospina weren't good, man. Ospina weren't good. I've been live at the Emirates where I've paid stupid money to watch this game, and I'm seeing him collect corners. All of a sudden, man's dropped in his own goal. Like, do you know how hard it is to do bullshit like that, bro? That's great. You know, Ospina in an Arsenal shirt with shit, bro. I don't care about his save percentage and them things there. Because again, I remember when Arsenal fans used to say Lacazette is a great striker because he hasn't taken many shots, but when he has, he's hit the target, bro. Man, allow it, fam, allow it, man. Don't overcomplicate the game, man. Come on, man. No, man. Ospina weren't good, man. Ospina was shit, man. Don't, no, come on now. Come on now. I've seen too much fuckery with my eyes, with my own eyes. Good shot stopper, very eccentric, but boy in it, man. Undoubtedly a fraud. Undoubtedly. Shout out to you, Ospina. You know, I did like the Ospina, but come on now, man. Come on now, man. Has he actually even spoken on his time at Arsenal? But this guy was tired, man. Oh, he's still doing shockers to this day. I always you like, man. Bro, come on, man. Bro, you can't say Lacazette was dead food, but Ospina wasn't that bad. Come on now, man. Come on now, bro. Come on now. That's not making no sense. Lacazette's been better for Arsenal Football Club than Ospina ever was. Come on now, man. Come on. He did, man. Come on, bro. The Howlers against Monaco. Come on, man. Kit never even fit. Half the time, the kit didn't fit him as well. Allow it, man. Respect yourself, man. You lot are better than this. You lot are better than this. Man are telling me percentages for saves, bro. You know your shit if a man got to show percentages. It's like when I do it as well. Sometimes I sit here and I'm like, DG, you're gassing him, you know. It's like, oh, people, he works hard. Oh, you should be working hard. Crazy liability, man. Good shot stopper, nothing more. Fucking shit. Sorry for swearing, people. But come on now. Come on, man. I got too much PTSD of Ospina. Live with my eyes, week in, week out, seeing the tomfoolery. No, 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 no. Szczesny was okay. He just liked a cigarette and just childish. But come on, man. Fabianski or Szczesny, bro, they're bullshit. Like, Fabianski's probably got better since he's left this club. Like someone said, we love crap keepers. Like, none of these, bro, none of them, man. You know, none of them, none of these keepers are my Ramsdale. Shout at you. You know, Leno, you've been, listen, Leno comes with some tomfoolery as well, but Leno's been all right in the large scheme of things. It's just, it is what it is. Nah, man. Who's giving us the best memories at the Emirates today? I'm not going to lie. I'd say for me, but away from the Cesc Fabregases and that sort of ilk, Aubameyang, without a doubt for me. Alexis Sanchez, I would say. Mesut Ozil, without a doubt. Santi Cazorla speaks for himself. The young ones now in Saka and Smith Rowe, but that one there is forcing it, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, man. It's one of them ones, man. We love it. We love it. We got a fetish for it, man. Nah, man, I can't have it. No, the bar's too low, man. The bar's too you lot. Nah, man. I can just about survive when you lot try and tell me Marie is good, and you lot tell me Marie. You lot was telling me Marie's better than Gabriel. Allow it now, man. You gone too far now, man. Gone too far now, Biggs. Too harsh on us, bro. Football's harsh, bro. It's harsh on me. It's harsh on me being out there in the rain and the snow and seeing tomfoolery. It's harsh on me. It's harsh on us seeing us get back to 10-2 and things, bro. Fuck that. It's harsh on me, bro. Torreira got the Vieira song, but where is he now? Man, are quick to rate Tomiyasu. I mean, the jury's out on Tomiyasu. He's just been a good player, you know. Torreira, I mean, something happened with the thingy base. I mean, yeah, he's gone now, isn't it? Even what I've seen from Torreira, that was better than what I've seen from Ospina in these couple of games. You know, even if Tomiyasu drops off nosedives off a cliff, I still think that's a better signing than Ospina. You know, do you know how shit Ospina is, Brent? Respect yourself, man. Come on, man. You can't be paying your bills on the internet to say Ospina is a good keeper, bro. You know, I don't advocate looking at YouTube, but come on. Shakib, behave yourself. You're just here for foolery, man. Your Wi-Fi can't be as meaty as Ospina, bro. Harsh ticket prices. Nah, it's not it. But if I'm trying to, listen, I just simply said, I am paying some serious expensive tickets and I'm seeing someone that looks like they don't even belong in Hackney Marshes. That's it, man. Should do a reaction to Sanchez's best highlights at Arsenal. I'll probably cry, bro. We've been through them all. Listen, I rate Ospina more than Almunia. Almunia, I ain't got nothing to say to you after 06, bro. Got nothing to say to you. Tangent, but tangent. But what's your thoughts on Brewster? I mean, he's always got a fresh haircut, isn't it? He's very reactive. I like him as a striker, but very reactive. Want to see him do well, though. Want to see that Brewster that was doing his thing, man. He's shit. Like, Ospina's shit. Like, you want a medal for being better than Almunia? He's better than Almunia. They're both shit. Like, come on, now. They're tired, bro. Like, they're tired, bro. Like, that's my opinion. You're not gonna have to shoot me for that one. Like, he can be better than Almunia. He's still effing tired. Like, tired. No. I'm seeing everything with my eyes now. I'm getting flashbacks at the Emirates, being cold, doing all the on my hands and seeing foolishness. No, man. Just not, please, man. Let's move on. We're gonna have to agree to disagree because fuck that. I respect myself way too much, man. I love this club way too much to be rated, man, like Almunia. And my man. Kind of sad what's happening to Rian, but he'll bounce back to his best soon, hopefully. Martinez was alright. But even that, like even me, we act like Martinez wasn't here for years. Like it's a good story, but he must have been shit for years. He got his chance. And we're like, where's this keeper been? Like, what's going on? There were some games he used to play Europa League before, like when he came back and was number 2. I was thinking, this guy's kind of rubbed. And then for me, it looked like he really worked on. For me, it looked like I saw a difference in Martinez where it looked like there was more self-belief for one. Distribution improved a tenfold. Just looked more and moved more like a keeper, if that makes sense. Martinez, Leno or Czech. Ironically, I don't think Czech was as bad as people make out, But in an Arsenal shirt, Martinez, Leno, and then Czech. Because I see Czech try to score own goals and that he come with that Chelsea agent stuff. I don't remember who it was against, but he did one bookie pass with his left foot. I think it went out for a corner. It almost caressed the thing. To be honest, I got shagged. I was trying to ask you a question. Ignore the poll. I was trying to ask you a question. And yeah, got rid of it. It wouldn't let me type anything. So yeah, there's no question. But big up the 69% of people who just said yes for no reason. Unpopular opinion, but I think Reece Nelson is dead food. I can't lie. Bare of my friends think that. There's one guy that one of my Burner, you know who you are, draws him out. And I see why a man would say it, but I still like him. I think he's a bit gassed, but yeah, man. What goalie would you have at Arsenal? We've got what we have, man. True. Listen, Runnison, but that's a Stewart. Man. That's just a Stewart who was just walking around on his shift. He looked like someone. Someone just said, "Are you supposed to be training?" He just ran with it, man. He probably sneaked into London Coley and just put his name on the database. There's no way in hell. I refuse to believe Arsenal scouted Runnison. I refuse to believe someone got on a plane to France, went to Dijon games, or someone spent hours looking at footage and doing analytical stuff to come to the conclusion that we could sign him. I also can't believe that somebody took this information, a bag of people sat in a room and said this was a good decision to make, because you could just see that City game where I actually feel it was unfortunate. I actually think it was a bit unfair that he was thrown in that game. The mentality, like sometimes you see crap keepers, but they believe they're good. Runnison, with respect, and that's why I don't even like getting onto him. You knew that, like, this ain't me. You could see a nervous wreck of a man. Same game, I think Martinelli did well. DG giving Callum Hudson-Odoi the smoke, but Nelson needs to fix up. Bro, Nelson needs to fix up. Hudson-Odoi needs to fix up, but we've got Saka. You're seeing Saka score. Takewood is at home still lying about injuries and rest and them things there. Be easy, man. Can you make 11 and you make a starting 11 of the worst signings of the Emirates era? I don't know, man. You don't need to do that, fam. Another unpopular opinion, but Ainsley is a decent midfielder. I mean, it's not even that. It's just, what are you, bro? I look at Ainsley in midfield like, what are you about? You run around in that, but what are you, fam? Monreal, very underestimated player for Arsenal. He had a tough, like when he came, it was tough at the start. Then he patterned. Would love a Monreal in the squad. Unpopular opinion, El Nene is one of the best DMs of the Emirates era. I mean, he's fighting Coquelin and them, man. There, it's not hard, but I'd Coquelin before him, even though these men are not even DMs. They're just like ball winning midfielders in that. But yeah, he's been injured, mate. Bro, you don't need to focus on Adnan Januzaj, Hannibal, Anthony Martial, bro. When Martial started dealing with Babylon Babes, it went downhill for him, boy. You see what Saka's dealing with. It's all calm. Needs a do you know what? I don't know for Ainsley. I don't know, man. It looks like are you going to do the utility man thing? But you need to decide: am I a fullback? Sorry, able to play in midfield, or am I a midfielder playing as a fullback? Because you're just going to become like Oxman. Love for the super chat. You've mentioned Ospina in it, man. I'm not reading that again, man. Like that man Ospina. So I respect you lots of opinions, but you don't need to get your heads checked out if you rate Ospina. I'm sorry, man. Get your heads checked out. I thought I was deluded. Bloody hell, man. Bloody hell. The bar's on the floor. The bar's on. This is why Arsenal fans, I always say Arsenal fans to a degree, mad hypocrites, bro. Hypocrites, you know. They'll say they don't like mediocre, but then some of these affairs and they don't want to sell certain players. I'm like, what are you, man, on, man? No way you're acting like Martial wouldn't be your best ever French player. I mean, to be fair, at United the bar is low. You just need to do a little shimmy against Liverpool, when you're a legend and they ride off that. You're right though. He's got Ballon d'Or clauses. Should we look at the Ballon d'Or list? I'm pretty sure I must see Martial. When Martial signed for United, bro? Let me see. Let me see when Martial signed for United. When did you sign for United, big man? Fair down, you've been there since 2015. 25, yeah? Been there since a kid. Okay. Ballon d'Or list in 2021. That's 6 years. Luis Suarez, Raheem Sterling, Mohamed Salah, Pedri, Neymar, Mount, Moreno, Luka Modric, Messi, Mbappe, Martinez, Mahrez, Lukaku, Lewandowski, Kjaer, Kante, Kane, Jorginho, Haaland, Foden, Donnarumma, Ruben Diaz, Ronaldo, Chiellini, De Bruyne, Bonucci, Benzema, Barella, Aspilicueta. Oh shit, there is a United player. It's a funny way to spell Martial. Bruno Fernandes. Who's that? He's a decent player from what I hear. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. No, there's no Arsenal players on that list, bro. But I mean, your boy Anderson won the golden thingy, won the Golden Boy Award, and then started eating cheeseburgers. So it's not really a good judge of character, is it? We can do this all day, man. I mean, United have the best ever team, anyways, boy. Martial's the best ever. Pogba's the best ever. Bruno's the best ever. Shaw's the best ever. De Gea's the best ever. Wan-Bissaka's the best ever. I don't see the Prems. There's always a bag of excuses. You're right. You're fishing and you got what you caught, mate. It's all love, though, man. Some of the names on the list are wild still. Come on now. No, Martial, probably not even the best Frenchman in his own yard. His little son's probably better than him so far. His best outing was that whole scandal where he got caught cheated. Man, I had to hit him where he's low, man. Just because I know, see with United fans, like my man, I just know there's certain players. If you get at them, it touches them. Appreciate that, Jay. Bro, you lot always do that, bro. Every United player's the effing best in the world. Adnan Januzaj, the best this, best that, best the other. Yeah, fuck out here, man. Take good and them thing there. Get out of here, man. Mount on that Ballon d'Or list is a disgrace to football. I feel sorry for Mendy and Rudiger. I feel, I think Jorginho should be there. Kante should be there. Mount and Aspilicueta, I'm not underestimating their importance. I'm not saying they shouldn't be there, but did they deserve, as I was saying on the podcast on earlier, big up everyone that was there, did they deserve to be there more than a Rudiger or a Mendy? I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no. That's one thing for Chelsea fans to answer. Now, I like Martial, man. Martial, on a serious note, I think he needs to, if he gets a run of form, I think his United future can get solved. But he probably needs to leave, man. But I wouldn't want him to leave if I was United because, Cavani and Ronaldo are not going to be there forever. I still believe in Martial in general. Like, I think he's a good player. I just feel you need to turn it on. Simple as that, man. Messi winning is pure propaganda every year. Man said Obertan and Possibon and all these. I don't remember them, man, there, man. The man wearing nappies. I had to, man. It's an easy one to get you with. You still play football? If yes, how good are you? I'm all right. I'm all right. I don't do many special things. I scored a little tap in here.
Against this right back,
I ain't seen Martial do that. Are you mad? I ain't seen Martial do that. Get out of here, man. Anyways. Oh, man. Anyways, man. Hey, you know I got that on deck, bro. Like, that's here for 10 years, bro. You know that's on standby, bro. There's no safety on that vid. That's ready. Any excuse. I take a prime Shelby over a prime Xhaka. Yeah, he's getting to be the main man at Newcastle. To be fair, man, I wouldn't give up on him if I was United, man. But it's one of them. Hey, rise up your thing about rubbed goals. Man said puss gas. Hey, man, every 10 years we're getting that, man. Don't know what I was doing in that position, wandering forward, but yeah, man, that is what it is. Oh man, make sure we're subscribed on Twitch, people, and following if you haven't already. To be fair, you know, I can't like that Shelby comment. That's what you call overdoing it. And I'm that by no means a Xhaka sexual, a Xhaka apologist, but man, I capping. With their chest, man, I capping, bro. You know you don't believe that one there. Szczesny backup keeper. Does he want to be backup? Bro, Martial can't do that. Martial's basically me, bro. We're living off the dirt we did time ago, bro. We're living off that one goal. He's living off the Liverpool thing as well. I get a move to United for that, bro. Shelby's a good player. I'm not saying Shelby shit. Shelby's a good player. I'm actually surprised he ain't not kicked on, but he ain't done stuff. But I mean, like, I don't rate Xhaka too tough. But come on now, man. Xhaka's better than him in his prime. And again, I'm no Xhaka. Don't ever mistake it for. I don't think Xhaka's a bad player. I don't defend him where I don't feel he needs it, but I definitely ain't gonna be singing his praises. Bro, my man just saying free Larry Hoover, bro. Phone if it was that simple, but trust, man. The jailers. Is there anything else Arsenal concerning, folks? It's the same old. It's the same old, same old. Oh, I think Giroud's had something to say, folks. Should we see what Giroud's been on? No, Giroud. Pound for pound, I do think when you look at Giroud, history is rewritten with him at Arsenal. The problem with Arsenal, we thought he was a 20 league goal man. Chelsea knew he wasn't that, but he could step in. Good signing. I think Giroud actually signing for Arsenal and how he, the romance around how he became a footballer and the adversity sums up Arsene Wenger, him and Koscielny, But apparently Olivier Giroud believes lack of spending could be a problem for Mikel Arteta at Arsenal. Of course. Then you shouldn't even clicked on this article. Hey, Martial, you're stressed when he's not even doing the madman hairstyles. He's not even doing the Pogba hairstyles and that. And you know him with the Babylon babes is on that. But anyways, we spent 145 million, but we all know it was stretched out on the squad. In relation to Giroud, apparently he told Talk Shite. Wow, that's a good question. I think Mikel Arteta has got time to come back in the top four. But sometimes the problem is the money plays a huge part in success as well. When you see Chelsea are winning the Champions League, spend over 80 million on Lukaku to reinforce the front line. And after spending lots of millions the year before, I think money plays a huge part. That's the thing with Arsenal. Maybe they don't put as much in as in their opponents. And I mean, someone that was signed for about 12 million. Yeah, man. Giroud says it was even more tough to leave Chelsea than Arsenal. And it would be. At the time, he wasn't playing at Arsenal. You needed to play in the World Cup. You're at Chelsea. You've won a Champions League. You've won the Europa League there. Of course, it's going to be. And I'm sure, you're enjoying what you're doing under Thomas Tuchel. Like he said here, I spent 3.5 years at Chelsea. I had an amazing time at Arsenal. But at Chelsea, I can say even more because I won big titles. And that's it. We're in the business for trophies. He had a good time. He won trophies. And he also won the league at Montpellier, something he didn't do at our club. It was emotionally difficult to leave when I left Montpellier and Arsenal, but even more tough at Chelsea because I didn't play the last 3 months. So it was evident for me to leave and go for another challenge. I felt frustrated a little bit to not play the last 3 months because I contributed well to the Champions League by finishing top scorer of the team. But what can I say? We were so successful, and I'm pleased with the FA Cup, Europa League, and Champions League. And I mean, Giroud is, he can leave England with his head held high. I don't know in 20 years if Chelsea fans are going to speak about him or Arsenal fans, but all that matters is what you given to the game. And for someone that found it very tough to be a footballer, I admire it. Became a champion, won things at Arsenal, FA Cups and that, done what he needed to do at Chelsea, World Cup winner, it's very much, and if you love Arsene Wenger, you love things like this. Koscielny, not the same, but different, it is what it is. And, Yeah, man, he's doing all right at AC Milan. So long live Giroud, man. I actually like Giroud. The problem is, once again, we're trying to make him an issue, man. Trust. That's why we've lifted more trophies in recent years than your club. Hey, S, you know I'm sharp today, bro. PG, what are your thoughts on all these former Gooners coming back for a reunion? Badir, dead. Leave it. You know, the past is the past, man. Never go back to your ex. You might be reminiscing about the sweet. You might reminisce about the cooking. You might even reminisce about the good times. But you got to remember the bad times. You got to remember the actual things. So I say just leave it for what it is, man. It's in the past. Let it stay in the past. Hey, man, you sneaky twat. Hey, man, you got the trigger warning on. I'm just ready to go, man. Now, I'd still take Martial to this day, bro. He's a bad boy footballer, and you know, the penny's gonna drop. Whether it's at United or somewhere else, I don't think it can happen at United now because there's been hella different coaches, and you know, the front 3/front 4 is brazy, but I still like Martial, man. I don't think quality eludes you, but obviously at 25 years of age, and even that was saying all this, he won the Nations League. He didn't play a part, you know, but he won the Nations League. So there is something there. It's got to come out now at 25, man. Like, you know, into that age now where it's just got to start hitting off. 198 likes, people just shy of 200. Would you take Barkley at Arsenal? Nah. Take Loftus-Cheek, though. And said, I knew Giroud was slow, but did anyone catch the clip of him tracking back for Milan? Man, he's slower than my grandmother. Harsh. DG, I would take Lingard over Ainsley Maitland now. I respect your opinion, but myth, man. The thing with Martial, he's got ability, but I don't know. I'm not saying he doesn't want it, but it's how bad do you want it now? Like, do you know, because you keep, bro, let's be real. He's been called up to France. He plays for Man United. He's a professional footballer. I'm not saying he doesn't want to improve, but you know, that real hunger to really elevate, you know, it is what it is. And I think people forget. I think one thing that's harmed Martial is he's never been somewhere and like got 20 league games like that. You know, he left Lyon very early. The Monaco thing didn't bang. He's had to grow up at United, and I don't feel the things towards his development have worked. But yeah, enough about Martial, man. Just, but everyone's opinion is valid. Whether we take it on board, it's a different one. Man, I'm just trolling at this point in time, man. But it is where it is in that regards, man. But anyways, people, I can't lie. I'm going to keep it moving. I can't lie. It's getting to lunchtime. We've been here for just over 90 minutes. It's been very appreciative. I'll be back tomorrow. I would say I'll be doing an England live stream over on Twitch, but I'll keep you lot posted. If I will, I have to do something in my personal life. So unfortunately, something's happened, and yeah, man, got to deal with that. But anyways, it's been fantastic. Please hit the like button if you haven't. One love to those. All of a sudden, those haters don't matter in it, but yeah, please make sure you've hit the like button. On that note, stay safe. Most importantly, stay blessed, and I'll see you lot again. And you know, please move that much closer to your goals, hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Stay safe, and yeah, man, we'll meet again.
There's always just that active red light defending. I think it's like